This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
And welcome to Discoveries in Health. This is a conference where we talk about the latest natural remedies. And it looks like someone is trying to call me. They don't realize that I can't take a call while I'm on the broadcast. But you can join the broadcast, and you can join the broadcast from anywhere in the world. And it's free. It's a free live broadcast over your telephone or over your computer, and over your computer in Google Hangouts with live audio video. And then we take these live audio videos and we put them up in Herbal Health Review, and there we are over in Herbal Health Review. And hi, sweetheart. I love you. Hi, honey. That's for you.
Thank you.
Okay. So
you can keep going.
Okay. Okay. That's my daughter, and I love her so much. I don't get to see her often enough. So anyway, I love you, sweetheart. Thanks for visiting me.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And so we're over here. We're talking about how to look at how to go into discoveries in health. Once you're on herbalhealthreview.com, and then you see that the broadcast is available over your telephone or over your computer in Uber Conference. And this person keeps calling me, and if I take that call, I will lose this broadcast. So I can't do that. But anyway, Discoveries in Health, and then below that, there's 101 videos. And so that is how that's working. And so that you know that all of these broadcasts are right here. And if you wanted to see any of these broadcasts, there they are. Let's see if I've got any sound here.
This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst.
I've got sound. Let's hear it. Oh, there you go. Anyway, that's the last broadcast, and they started since September of 2015. So we got over a year of broadcasts, and we haven't missed one Thursday. So every Thursday we do this for 2 hours. So that being said. Now you know that we are making a live audio video of this broadcast. And hi, sweetie. And so I'm going back over here, and I'm looking at the Uber Conference. I'm checking to make sure that the microphones are all muted so that there's no echo. And I'm now going to ask if there is anyone that has a question or a comment. We don't prescribe, we don't diagnose. We're here talking about the latest research in natural remedies. I do not sell products. I don't make anything from the sale of any product. I work solely on donation alone, and I need donations to keep going, obviously. And I appreciate anyone who will go on the herbalhealthreview.com website and click on the donation button and leave a donation of any amount. It helps us keep going here, and I deeply appreciate that, because I don't get anything from the sale of any product, and but we sure give you the information about them. Now, let's invite anyone to press the star key on your telephone twice if you have a comment or a suggestion or a topic, something we should talk about, or a question. And it doesn't have to be about your illness or someone else's illness, just a illness, and we will describe how we deal with that type of a problem. The mic is open in area code 330. And do you have a question or a comment?
I have a question.
What is your question, please?
I want to say praise the Most High and thank God for listening to you tonight. My question is, I've been on medications for high blood pressure, and I want to get off of all medications, really. And I want to know what home remedies or remedies I can use to get off of medication.
Well, again, that would be diagnosing and prescribing, but so I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is tell you what people are telling me. And what they're doing is they are getting a kidney bladder report, and they're working on their kidneys, and they're working on their high blood pressure at the same time, and then they're getting results. If they're coming off of that high blood pressure medication, usually within 8 to 10 days. They just start tapering off of it. They don't need it. You keep it around. If you need it, you use it. If you don't, you start using less and less and less, because when those kidneys start getting rid of the wastes like they should, then that high blood pressure goes down. And that's something that is not normally or usually addressed. They're just trying to bring down the high blood pressure, and they're ignoring the urinary tract, the kidney, the bladder, and there can be other factors. I mean, we have to look at the whole picture, because sometimes it's an incredibly amount of stress that's going on in your life. And if that's the case, then we need to look at not only the kidney bladder, a protocol. And let's go ahead. I'm going to bring that up on a screen capture. Now, what that means is I'm making an audio video of this broadcast so that you can go on your computer and go to herbalhealthreview.com. And you can then click on this video, and it will show you what I'm looking at and what I'm talking about, so it'll make a lot more sense. So I'm going over here to Discoveries in Health, and I'm going out of the Discoveries in Health broadcast information, and I'm going over in, and I'm clicking on Common Conditions. And as I'm clicking on Common Conditions, now I'm going down and I'm taking a look at High Blood Pressure Report. That's a complete report. And every product that is listed in this high blood pressure report that we are now all looking at, when you look at this video later in the week, probably by next Thursday, you'll see this video. This conference will be posted up on that Discoveries in Health tab. But when we're talking about high blood pressure, it's a popular issue among a lot of Americans across the country. The fast lifestyle, fast food, soda, and stress is starting to catch up with the average American. So much so that an estimated 1 in every 3 Americans has high blood pressure. That's 1 in every 3. That's a lot of people that have high blood pressure. So we got to look at the diet. We got to make sure that you've got a good diet. And that diet is listed over here under Common Conditions. And let's see if it's listed down here as well. Do we have that diet? It's called Make Lifestyle Changes. and it gives you the perfect diet to help get rid of high blood pressure. So let's take a look at that because it's a major factor. So I'm going back over into common conditions. I'm going down here and I'm going to look at that make. I'm say again.
What was the name of that site, the website?
That's Herbal, Herbal is the first word. Herbal, Herbal. Got that?
Yes, sir.
The second word is health, Health. And the third and last word is review, Review. That's herbalhealthreview.com. And when you get there, you click on common conditions. Okay? And when you click on common conditions, you're going to be looking at a big egg. Let me know when you're there.
I'm there.
Okay, now right down below that egg, do you see where it says make lifestyle changes? Just below the egg, right in the center. At the center at the top, below the egg, look for make lifestyle changes.
Okay, I see something change.
Does say flu, then food, then herbal, then IT works, then make lifestyle changes? Right below the egg. Do you see it?
Yes, I got it.
Click. Okay, now you're clicking on make lifestyle changes. Now you have the perfect diet. You have something that will energize you and boost your immune system and give you an incredible amount of nutrition first thing in the morning. And it tells you what to do. That you're going to drink about 64 ounces of water, pure water with minerals every day, and that you're going to start every morning with 16 ounces of water. And you might put a little bit of lemon in it, maybe about 6 drops of lemon. Doesn't have to be a whole slice of lemon. It could just be 6 drops is plenty. That will alkalize the water. Because because these expensive machines that they have, that you pay $3,000 worth, $3,000 for a alkaline water machine to alkalize your water, when you can alkalize your water with about 6 drops of lemon juice. And if you want to mineralize that water. So then you put a little bit of Himalayan pink salt in there that's loaded with minerals. And now you've got mineral water and you've got alkaline water, and you saved $3,000. Okay? And because the body is too acid. In everybody's body, and it's an acid alkaline balance. And that's a whole nother topic, but we can get into that in a minute as well. But the thing here is giving you so much energy that your body isn't under stress. Your body is under stress because the kidneys aren't functioning correctly and they're not getting rid of the wastes, which then begs the question, do you need detoxification? And if you do, then we can get into that as well. But first of all, we're talking about here's the things you need to nourish the body first thing in the morning. Second thing, it's talking about having some fruit, a fruit plate. And then the third thing it's talking about is a delicious power drink that tastes like chocolate, vanilla, cinnamon, blueberries, and cherries. It is so delicious. You'll say, this can't be health food. It's too delicious, because it's more delicious than anything that I know of. And you make it just the way you like it. And you put just enough cherries, blueberries, raisins, and so forth, and in the blender, and the blender is half full of seed milk or nut milk, And then you're adding all these powders and so forth, like milk thistle seed powder that gives you 60% new liver cells every 120 days. So that's when you're really starting to see things happen, because you're working on the liver and making it powerful enough to do its job so it's not stressing the body. That's going to reduce high blood pressure. You're using maca root and organic raw protein powder in there. Truman Super Green Foods with herbs. We call it veggie powder. And you got all kinds of raisins and cherries and blueberries. And when you run out of room, you whir it all up in the blender and you pour off a cup of it, and then you add back some more cherries, blueberries, more powders, more chocolate, more vanilla, whatever you want in there. You add more back, and you stretch this blender drink out for 1 week. And it is so delicious. At the end of the week, well, then you start with another one. But this gives you so much energy, power, stamina, and endurance that you'll be able to do all the things that you possibly never could do, because it's incredible. Then below that information, on this Make Lifestyle Changes report, it gives you a whole food, plant-based diet meal plans. And it gives you all these recipes. And when you follow this type of a diet, you have so much energy and you feel so good that then you have set the stage with a great, with a good diet. And are you with me?
I'm here.
Okay, so now going back out of this, and now let's go down and let's look at, as we scroll down, it tells you how to get rid of a cold or a flu, and it talks about the greatest cold and flu remedy called CVF Be Gone, and it talks about garlic. And it talks about how to heal your stomach and make sure that your digestive tract is working. Because if the digestive tract isn't working, that's stressing you out. So what does a digestive tract run on? It runs on two things. It runs on bacteria, and things like acidophilus powder is going to give you that friendly bacteria. So will kombucha mushroom, and the kombucha mushroom, which I'm sipping on right now. There you go, kombucha mushroom. When you're sipping on kombucha mushroom, have I got that in the screen? I did. Okay, then that makes your that feeds your digestive tract the correct fermentation. When you've got the correct fermentation and you've got the correct bacteria, I love you, sweetie. Bye, honey. That's my daughter. I get to hug her. See, now you got to see my daughter. Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
Drive safely.
Thank you.
So we've got the correct fermentation with kombucha mushroom, and that's why I sip on it all the time. I'm getting about 2 ounces of this kombucha mushroom every day. About 2 ounces, 3 times a day. Perfect digestion, can eat anything, digest anything, but what I eat are the things that I just mentioned. And when you're doing that, then we're looking at the digestive tract and how to unclog the liver and rejuvenate the bowel and clean the blood. Because when you've got clean blood and you've got a digest and the bowel is working correctly and the liver is working correctly. And how do you know when it's correct? Because every bowel movement is going to be so soft. When you flush the toilet, it's going to break up in a cloud. That means the sewer system of the body is able to get things through there. If the bowel movement does not break up in a cloud, it's not going through there fast enough, and you're reabsorbing what you're trying to get rid of. That stresses the body. So here is how to detox the body. It's called unplug, and that is also, this is all part of the Make Lifestyle Changes report. And it says unclog the liver, rejuvenate the bowel, and clean the blood. And it starts with milk thistle seed extract, which 1 teaspoon a day will give you 60% new liver cells every 120 days. That's why you would go through a bottle of, you would go through maybe 32 ounces of milk thistle seed extract, and that's it. You're done. You don't have to do these things for life. You only do this one time. When you take that milk thistle seed and you consume a teaspoon of it every day until you've gone through 32 ounces of it, you don't need any more of it. And you're putting. I'm getting feedback through your mic. And now milk thistle seed powder is also in that power drink. Now, when you're doing that, I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise on your mic. I'm going to have to mute it. Okay, let's go back. Okay, I'm going to have to go find the open mic. Thank you, dear. Somebody, oh, yeah, it is. I've got 3 people who have joined us, and their mics are open. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Now, you'll be able to hear what I say. As a matter of fact, 4 open mics. Okay, this is interesting. You know, it keeps me multitasking because I got to keep closing those mics and so forth. Now, going back over to lifestyle changes, because we're really onto something here. We're talking about how to get a new liver, how to have a powerful liver that's going to break everything down and get rid of everything and clean that blood and make you feel like Superwoman again. And that is when you're using that milk thistle seed extract and the milk thistle seed powder in your power drink, and then you're using that CAC liquid. That will clean the blood and cause the bowel movements to be a little bit softer. You're in charge. So we're not trying to cause diarrhea. And even if we did, it would be temporary. And when I say, and then there would be actually we're not going to cause diarrhea at all. And not unless you drink half the bottle. Then, yeah, you really have a great clean out, and then you'd be done. But because diarrhea is uncontrolled bowel movements of liquid until you're dehydrated. This is not going to happen. What we're talking about is taking just enough. And I got another open mic. Let me go back and find the open mic. Okay, there it is there. And area code 678 and an open mic, and we're going to close it up. There it is. So we're talking about how to get rid of high blood pressure, and that is by doing a colon and liver cleansing liquid, by taking enough of it. You're in charge. Start with a teaspoon. Maybe it'll take a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, no more than 3. And that's going to clean out the digestive tract. It's going to clean the bloodstream. It's going to get rid of all the junk you would want to get rid of. You'll go to your perfect weight, and you're using a fiber called Truman's Fiber Special. And again, I invented it. I invented all these things, but I do not get anything from the sale of any product because in the FDA's Nazi system, that would not be acceptable. Therefore, that's why you don't have little corner store herbalists anymore doing this, because they've all been run out of business. And when they tried to stop me, I divested myself of everything. And when they hauled me into court, the federal judge saw who I am and what I'm doing, and they threw the FDA out of court and told them never come back again. So that was an incredible journey, 40 years, and that was the culmination of that. So, but they attack and intimidate and harass and threaten herbalists in America for helping people with natural remedies. That's why we've lost all of the little corner store herbalists, because they cannot comply and cannot put up with the intimidation, the threats, the fines for just trying to help people. So that's what's going on. But I'm one of the last people standing with old-fashioned remedies, and and the FDA has to leave me alone. At least they're supposed to. They don't really. Anyway, Truman's Fiber Special with bentonite clay. That's going to absorb it. All of the things that we're going to get rid of. When we're cleaning the bloodstream, it's got to go somewhere. Well, it's going to go into this fiber. And it's going to go into the bentonite clay, because the bentonite clay in there, that clay is like a magnet. And it pulls toxins to it, and it takes it all out of the body. That's why you don't even get a headache. And if you've had headaches, they're going to go away. So that's a cleansing detox. And if there's, and that's for people who don't have constipation. But if you're constipated and not having a bowel movement regularly, then you need to get, instead of the liquid, you need to get number 4110 CAC herbal tea. CAC tea, colon and liver tea, because the tea will get rid of constipation and train the bowel to go back to work again, and you're going to be able to use enough of this tea, whether it's 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, whatever it takes, to clean out, and you'll and train the bowel to go back to work again. And when that happens, if there is constipation, when you get rid of the constipation, that changes your life. That changes your life, and that 4110 colon and liver cleansing tea will do that. And if there's something going on with the glands that are causing high blood pressure, there's a glandular formula that gets the glands going again. So
now, with the constipation and with the drinking the more, water and stuff of that nature, what about, what's that, the test or something like that?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what you're saying. What are you saying?
The fiber like it was called, what is it, for millennium husk or something like that, flaxseed that helps with constipation.
Yeah, any of these fiber powders are helpful, but this is a specific fiber system that acts like a magnet and pulls toxins out of the body. So it's not just fiber, it's a fiber with bentonite clay that's drawing toxins and debris out of the body and getting rid of it, which otherwise you could not do with just plain fiber. So this is a very special fiber, and it also has a lot of nutrition in it. And so it's giving off it's like a sponge that's giving off nutrition and energy and nutrients and detoxification and pulling all the bad things out of your body and drawing into it like a sponge. So it's really a complete system. And now let's go back out of here, because that just sets the stage for most all health issues. So once you get the diet correct, and I'm going to go back and see what open mic I got again somewhere. Multitasking, folks. Yeah, there's this one over here, 337. I have to close that mic. There we go. I think that gets rid of that. So, so what we're talking about then is setting the stage for just about any and every disease. When you've got a diet that has addressed these issues, and then you go forward, then you go over to back up to this common condition report. You go up back to the common top of the page, and by the way, look over to the right. Do you see that button where it says donate? Are you with me?
I'm still here, yes, sir.
Oh, okay. At the top of this page, because we're going to leave this page in a second, maybe two. Do you see where it says donate at the top of the page in the right-hand corner?
Yes, sir.
That's where you can't buy anything on this website. And that is the only way that I can keep going, is if I get a donation. So if you can make a donation, I deeply appreciate it. And if you cannot, you'll be among the 99% that I help anyway, which is the reason I'm begging for donations, because mainly I'm helping people who cannot make a donation. So if you can, I deeply appreciate it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's go back to the button where it says common conditions, and let's go back and take a look at the high blood pressure report. Because now we're going to go back to common conditions and going down to A, B, C, D, E, F, G until we get to H, and we're going to look at high blood pressure. Okay. So now we're looking at high blood pressure report again, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Just call me Truman. If you call me sir, I'm liable to get the big head. Okay, all right. So now we're looking at the high blood pressure report. And it's talking about, and it talked about diet. So, okay, so so now we know what to do with the diet. And then it talks about some natural sweeteners. So you can stop eating sugar, because that's causing high blood pressure and causing you to be too acid. And when you're too acid, then you can have high blood pressure, you can have cancer. But when you get rid of the sugar, and you're using stevia leaf or stevia leaf green powder or xylitol, which is 100% made from corn cobs, no sugar, and it looks like and it tastes like sugar, and it remineralizes your teeth. The xylitol remineralizes your teeth and will help to fill in cavities. If you know about the teeth report and you go in there and you can see how to get rid of cavities and how to never have to go back to your dentist ever again, when you look at that teeth report, all about your teeth. But it goes on now to talk about how to lower high blood pressure. And it talks about potassium, and it talks about nice bones, which is a high tech. So you can't get the products that we're looking at here. You can't get these in a health food store. So don't run to your health food store looking for these products. You click on each one of these products and you go over to the manufacturer and you get it. And when it says, do you have a discount code, you tell them GOCC if you're talking to them over the telephone. Let me give you the manufacturer's telephone number. Are you ready to write? Are you with me? I lost you?
I'm here.
Okay. Are you ready to write? I'm going to give you a telephone number.
Okay. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. The telephone number to talk to the manufacturer of all of these products, who will help you, will answer your questions, and will give you a discount when you mention GOCC. That's the discount code. They'll give you 15 or 20% discount off of these things. And their phone number is 541-791-8400. Okay?
Okay. And I'm a part of GOCC.
Yeah, well, then great. So that gets you any of these things that you need. They can help you with it, and they give you, and you get a discount. So now, it's talking about the value of the fiber, because the fiber itself lowers blood pressure and cholesterol. So now, as it's not only cleaning you out, and absorbing toxins and so forth, it is actually lowering the blood pressure and cholesterol. And then it goes in to talk about blood pressure and how it the blood pressure It is the force of the blood as it passes through the blood vessels, especially the arteries, in order to sustain life. And the blood must not only be kept circulating, but it must also circulate at an appropriate pressure. For example, if blood pressure is too low, organs of the body, such as the brain, will not receive adequate oxygen and nutrients. And then you've got dementia and dizziness and Alzheimer's, and the brain isn't functioning properly. And if there's high blood pressure, on the other hand, it has an adverse effects on the organs, such as the heart and the kidneys and the brain. So that's why we're going to look at the kidneys, because it's affecting the kidneys and they're playing off of one another. But if we're making the kidneys really powerfully strong, the blood pressure all of a sudden can level out, and it's not fight. Right now they're having the kidneys and the high blood pressure are having a tug of war, and we're going to take that tug of war away when we talk about the kidney bladder report in a minute. So we're talking about high blood pressure and how it affects the organs, such as the heart and the kidneys and the brain. And now we're going to know that also that high blood pressure can contribute to the development of heart attacks and stroke, among other factors. Blood pressure depends on the rate and the strength of the heartbeat. So we got to make sure that heart is so that gives us 3 reports that we want to look at. We're going to look at that kidney bladder report, and we're going to go on that kidney bladder marshmallow root tea and take a kidney formula. We're going to go take a look at that heart report, and we're going to take a look at taking a heart formula and some of the other nutrients that feed the heart, things like acetyl L-carnitine that feeds the heart muscle and makes it strong. And by the time you start giving support in these areas, say goodbye to high blood pressure, is what people are telling me. And all I can report is what people tell me and what I read and 55 years of research which has led me to write these reports. Now, the heart attacks and stroke, it's all part of this scenario, and we're going to head it off at the pass, because now you know how to deal with it. And among other factors, blood pressure depends on, we talked about the rate and the strength of the heartbeat, because and stress causes the heartbeat to speed up, the heart to pump faster, pushing more blood into the arteries. So if you're stressed out, that's causing high blood pressure. So we might even need to look at the anxiety report and take some herbs, an anxiety formula to relieve stress. And look at maybe a couple of anxiety different supplements and get rid of the stress. So there's things we can do at every juncture. We just needed to know what's going on. Now the high blood pressure can easily can be caused by bad nutrition, such as too much meat, too much animal fat, which is high in cholesterol, and it can also be caused by a lack of exercise and nervous disorders, overeating, tobacco, alcohol, lack of calcium can also contribute to high blood pressure, which is the reason why we mentioned nice bones, a calcium and magnesium formula that you'll take 3 at bedtime. Then people report back they never have any more cramps, no leg cramps, no aches and pains at night, and they have a nice sleep. When you know about a high-tech, doctors-only type calcium and magnesium that is multiply chelated, and you get every bit of it. And it goes on to talk about if you've got high blood pressure hypertension with an associated headache, well, then you're going to make sure and use that heart herb, hawthorn, and the herb yarrow, and cramp bark, and valerian, and wood betony. And you're going to take about 500 milligrams of a tincture extract. That's 1 dropper full 3 times a day. And that helps to deal with a hypertension with associated headache. However, if you've got hypertension, high blood pressure with palpitations, then you're going to change up that formula and use hawthorn for the heart, yarrow, cramp bark, valerian, and motherwort. And that takes care of the heart palpitations. So, and then there's a daily health tea that helps clean and keep the blood clean. It's a medicinal herb from the tribes of the rainforests in South America. And I need more kombucha tea. I need a kombucha mushroom tea break, folks. So hold just a second. Okay, so when we're talking about this daily health tea, pau d'arco bark, we're talking about an herb that's used for malaria, anemia, colitis, and I've got to close the mic. I got one open in Sacramento, I got one open in Dallas, and I got one open in California, and I got another one open in Sacramento. Okay, we've closed up the mic so we don't have the echoes, but we're talking about saying goodbye to high blood pressure and how it's done, and we're talking about an herb to keep the blood clean that is used for malaria. It's called pau d'arco bark. I made a tea out of it about 40 years ago when we brought it into America, and the FDA banned it, and then they banned stevia, and then and then we were able to get them back in again, and they couldn't find anything wrong with them, but they tried, and again, more intimidation by the FDA. Finally, we got these going, but that pau d'arco bark was a little bit bitter. So I had to put some raspberry, cinnamon, orange, ginger, and stevia with it to make it really palatable. And now you got a blood cleanser that actually tastes good, and that historically and traditionally used in the Amazon for malaria, anemia, colitis, respiratory problems, colds, cough, and flu, fungal infections, fever, arthritis, and rheumatism, snake bite, poor circulation, boils, syphilis, and cancer. And in Europe, they use it for lupus, diabetes, ulcers, leukemia, allergies, liver disease, Hodgkin's disease, osteomyelitis, Parkinson's disease, psoriasis, Candida albicans yeast infections. And then there's an article regarding the benefits of it, going a little bit deeper if you clicked on that Underground Health Reporter, talking about the benefits of pau d'arco. Then it talks about the garlic. Garlic, in your kitchen, you want to have garlic, a garlic bulb, and a ginger root at all times. And use that ginger wherever and whenever you can, and use that garlic wherever and whenever you can. You're putting fresh garlic on, and knowing that it's going to be better fresh, so you put it on last, so that you're just getting the flavor of it, but you're not really cooking the heck out of the garlic. So or the ginger. I put it on last. If I put it on fish, I put some fresh ginger, some fresh garlic, chopped up fine, and put it on that. Now I put it on last, and that way it's more potent when it's served. But garlic boosts the immune system. It helps with almost any kind of infection. Garlic protects against cardiovascular diseases, heart diseases. It also protects against high blood pressure and helps to lower cholesterol. Garlic is well known among the herbal medicine practitioners to be effective in treating a large variety of health concerns. Many people take a garlic supplement every day to increase their overall good health. So you can get it as a liquid. You can mince it up as fresh garlic. That's what I do. I eat a lot of garlic. And then it talks about the value of hawthorn, which is for the heart. Because the hawthorn berry, why we're using it for the heart? Because it helps promote healthy blood flow throughout the body while helping to promote a stronger contraction of the heart. Thus, it's a natural antioxidant. It's used often for those with blood pressure concerns. Hawthorn also has been proven to help folks exercise better without shortness of breath or exhaustion. And hawthorn berry, hawthorn leaf, I like to combine them. And in the hawthorn berry and the hawthorn leaf are very popular among herbalists as a natural remedy for high blood pressure. It's also used to treat heart disease and angina. And hawthorn contains a complex mix of chemicals that together improve the heart's pumping ability. The heart action is directly related to hypertension. So you're taking 12 to 24 drops, maybe 30 drops 3 times a day or 4 times a day until things are working the way they should. And there's a high blood pressure combination. I'm going to click on it and take a look at what is in that high blood pressure combination of herbal extract, where I have combined herbs together. And here are the herbs that I combined together and created this high blood pressure extract that has black cohosh root, blue cohosh root, yarrow root, hyssop leaf, wild cherry bark, garlic root, and that structured water. It's made with that alkaline water, and the great-grandchildren and the grandchildren who manufacture this for me, which I get nothing from, because if I did, then I would still be under attack by our evil government for trying to help people and trying to make a living at it at the same time, because they made it clear that they don't like that, and it doesn't have to make any sense, but that's what they do, because they don't make any sense. And that's what I told the federal judge too. Matter of fact, I told that federal judge that the FDA was nothing but a criminal extortion racket, and apparently she agreed with me because she threw him out of court. So anyway, you can get these extracts. You can get it as an alcohol base, which is about 25% alcohol, which is needed to preserve it indefinitely. Although we put 6 years on the bottle, it would be more like 600 years. The older that it gets, the better it gets. And that's how I compounded it, which it's like a fine wine. I compounded it like a fine wine. The older it gets, the better it gets. These herbal tincture extracts are something that the FDA is trying to destroy and have created rules to make it impossible for you to buy them at a reasonable price. They tried to initiate those rules. They got such a lashback that now they're reassessing the fact that they're not going to get away with it. So they're trying to figure out how they can, or how they can chisel away at it some other way to get rid of these extracts, because they're so powerful. People are getting rid of their doctors and using natural remedies, and that is infuriating the FDA and their masters, the pharmaceutical industry. Anyway, that's this. You can get it as a glycerin non-alcohol extract or an alcohol extract. And you're going to use about 30 drops 3 times a day. But I was just looking at that formulation, and now I'm going back to the high blood pressure information. And it talks about not only that high blood pressure herbal extract formula, they call it a combo, but it also talks about coenzyme Q10. Coenzyme Q10, now that's oxygenating tissues. And we need to get it up to about 100 milligrams or more, maybe up to 300 milligrams. You're really delivering oxygen to the body. It's an antioxidant, similar to vitamin E. CoQ10, coenzyme Q10, it plays a crucial role in the generation of cellular energy. So you got all this cell energy all of a sudden, and it is a significant immunologic stimulant. It increases circulation, has anti-aging effects, and is beneficial for the cardiovascular system, for the heart. And hawthorn berry is one of the most valuable herbs for the heart, circulation, and insomnia, with especially those heart problems that have a nervous origin. We're talking about hawthorn berry again. But along with that coenzyme Q10, you really have you're bringing and delivering cellular energy to the body. So then there's the amino acids. And I mentioned one specifically was acetyl L-carnitine, because that feeds the heart muscle, so the heart muscle becomes really powerful. And you do that with acetyl L-carnitine, 1,000 milligrams, probably about 2 or 3 times a day, would just really make a super heart real quick. You'd notice it within a week or two, for sure. But the amino acids, all of them, and get a multiple amino acid tablet would be wonderful, because they provide your body with energy and stamina and fat-burning metabolism and brain food. Now we're working on the brain and feeding it, and strength for tissue growth and repair come from amino acids. So it's a highly essential nutrient. Amino acids, and a multiple amino acid daily would be wonderful. So there's things. There's even another. Whoops! We've got an open mic. Okay, we have to close that up. Okay, we had an open microphone, and we closed that up. We're talking about high blood pressure, and we're making a video. And this video has screen capture, so that we're able to look at the folks in the room on Uber Conference. You're able to look at me over on Google Hangouts. We're able to look at the reports. We're looking at high blood pressure. And we're looking at all the different things that we can do to get rid of high blood pressure. And we're almost to the end of that report as we detail it. And I need to turn my fan off here because it's getting a little warm. A little warm. There we go. That'll help. And more kombucha mushroom. All right. Here's to your good health as I have another sip. Okay. So we're talking about glucomannan. Glucomannan, cognac powder, is another fiber that some people like. And the reason they like it, it's a water-soluble fiber that is derived from the cognac root. And it expands in your stomach more so than psyllium husk. So, I mean, it really fills you up. The psyllium, the Truman's Fiber Special with a bentonite clay will do the same, but not as drastically. This one here really fills you up, and it's useful for people trying to lose weight. So cognac powder is placed in water. It will swell up to 17 times its original volume. So several studies with cognac root powder have suggested that it may help obesity, lower triglycerides and cholesterol levels, lower blood sugar levels, and lower high blood pressure. So it's just another tool and gives you another option. Do you have to do all of these things? No, but it gives you all the tools to solve the problem. If you need more things, at least you know that you've got enough tools to fix the problem. Because a lot of times people say, just use this one thing. Well, that's not going to get it because that only addresses probably a few areas. Well, what we're doing here is giving you a detailed roadmap of how to get rid of problems by putting enough pressure on them that you start adding products until the problem is gone. And because that's what people need. They need answers. They don't need this magic bullet because there is none. The magic bullet, if there is one, and that would be the Most High, definitely. So then there's a heart formula that has all this hawthorn berries and so forth in it. So there's a heart combo. There's a nerves combo listed here. There's a circulation combination of herbs and all these formulas. If you needed extra help with the heart, there's a heart formula tincture, nerve tincture formula, circulation formula, hyssop, which is a biblical herb used to get rid of high blood pressure. Then there's that colon and liver cleansing liquid that cleans you out. There's that Truman's special fiber with bentonite clay. Taking vitamin C, about 4,000 milligrams daily or more, even twice, up to 8 to 12. Will really do some serious immune system building and tissue repair when you get vitamin C up to as much as 12,000 units, 12,000 milligrams vitamin C daily. That's when you're doing serious things to help the body. But 4,000 is adequate for to preserve the body and keep it healthy. And zinc, 15 milligrams, a 15 milligram tablet. I'd say about at least 5 of those, and if there was a cold, flu, virus, or some serious tissue repair going on, you could take up to as many as 10 or up to 150 to 200 milligrams maximum. 200 milligrams maximum of zinc. Never go over 200 milligrams, but up to 200 milligrams, you're reaching therapeutic doses of this nutrient, but never go over 200 milligrams. So they come in 15 milligram tablets. You can take as many as up to 10 of those if you wanted to, 10 or 15 of those tablets of zinc. And when you hold them in your mouth, it gets rid of viruses and so forth, and you can crush it, and it's used as a cold remedy when you do that. And then extra B complex, and we already talked about the nice bones, calcium and magnesium. Now, because the B complex is a stress vitamin, and that's it. We have exhausted the high blood pressure list of tools that can be used to get rid of high blood pressure.